Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me for yoga today. This session will be about a 20-minute evening unwind, helping you to hopefully get a really good night's sleep. So all you need for today's class is a mat, and if you'd like, you can work with some kind of support underneath a cushion, a block. Maybe you can also grab your bolster, just whatever you normally use. And yeah, we'll start right away. We're going to start in a seated position and just taking a few moments to allow yourself to pause and reconnect and transition to the present moment, how you're feeling right now. So, starting to notice the quality of your breath. Starting to notice how you're feeling right here, right now, on all levels, physically, but also emotionally as well. What is your energy like? And starting to tune a little bit deeper into your breath. Helping it to slow down. Helping to find balance here. We're just going to do a few rounds of maybe only about 5 today of the alternate nostril breath. So if you'd like to take your right index finger to your right nostrils, close it off and breathe out through your left nostril. Breathing in through the same nostril. And then we're going to switch. So breathing out, switching your finger to the other side of other nostril, breathing out, breathing in through the same. And then switching. So you're going to switch, close off the right, exhale through the left, and continue to inhale through the left. And then switch. Anytime you're about to exhale, switching sides. Staying for the inhalation. And we're going to do about 2 or 3 more breaths like that. Good, just finishing up your last exhalation there, releasing your hands, letting your arms rest for just another moment or two, focusing on how your breath is coming in through your body, through your nostrils, opening up through your lungs, your ribs open. And try to slowly exhale, lengthening it out. Maybe even out through your mouth. Or start to slowly move the body, gently rolling the head and the neck a few times. Maybe even a side or a half circle here. And then we'll roll the shoulders a few times too. Sometimes it's nice to place your hands on top of your shoulders. And then we'll go in the opposite direction, just starting to loosen up any of that tightness or tension in your upper body. You can shrug your shoulders a few times. Good. Let's take the left hand down and slowly bring the right arm up and come into a nice gentle side bend. Good. We'll follow that with a nice easy twist. Coming back to center. And we'll go on the other side, reaching your arm up. Nice gentle stretch here. You can always close your eyes and continue to tune into your breathing. And then we'll slowly twist to the other side. Good. We'll slowly release from that twist. We'll come around. And if you need, you can continue to sit on a little something if you'd like. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And just maybe even have we might go into reclining version right away of this butterfly position. So have your bolster if you'd like, or your blocks. And just starting, but first we're going to do a bit of a forward bend version. So sitting up nice and tall for a few moments. You can even slide your legs quite far away from you. And as you inhale, lengthening through your spine, right to the crown of your head, from the bottom to the top, and then slowly come over, just until you can feel that place where your body's starting to stretch a little bit there. If you do have a bolster, I like to do this in this version where you're supporting the head. Is really nice, especially if you have a lot of tension in your head, your neck, if you're suffering from a headache. You're welcome to come as far down as you'd like, but again, whatever feels good. And just see if you can let your shoulders relax as much as possible here. And then we'll start to slowly come out of that forward bend. And if you'd like to, you can place your bolster, whatever. Maybe instead of a bolster, if you don't have one, blocks or a rolled up thick blanket also works. So you can always pause the video to get whatever you need. And then we'll slowly come back into the reclining version of that position. And you can always put a little support underneath with those extra, if you have extra blocks or whatever you've got here, supporting your legs. I would just put my little cushion there just to show you. And just letting your body release here for a few breaths. You can let your arms come out to the sides, palms facing up. And just feel your body melting down into the support. Let your arms and legs get comfortably heavy. Helping your breath slightly to maintain that nice, slow, steady rhythm. Inhaling slowly, exhaling slowly. If you'd like to, at the very end, before we come out of the pose, you could reach your arms up over your head for a moment, connecting your fingers together, pointing your index fingers. And then as you exhale, release. We're just going to come over onto the side for a moment. And then we're going to continue to use the support, if you'd like, coming down into a child's pose. And you can turn your head to the side on the bolster, or you can come all the way down. Releasing through your back, letting your head be supported by something. If it's not the bolster, your hands crossed over one another, a pillow. This is such a wonderful position to help your body to relax and your mind to relax as well at the end of the day. there's always a variation. So if you don't find it comfortable to come right into that, you can always stay like more like in a half downward facing dog. You can support your forehead, just like what I'm doing now for a modification. From here, let's all slide the hands underneath the shoulders and come up into a tabletop position. And just start to arch the back into the cat stretch. As you look forward, gently curving the spine inward, lifting the head up. Continue to flow with your breath. Just helping to release any tension in your back. We'll do that for one more breath. Just a reminder, I'll try to talk you through these poses the best I can so that you don't have to keep looking at the video. And from here, we'll start to release out of that pose. We're just going to bring ourselves down again onto the back for a few more things. So you can slowly lower. You might want to have your belt close to you, your block, whatever you need. Your blanket if it's cool and you want to cover up at the end. Slowly come down onto your back. I like to always just pause before I bring myself all the way down so I keep my head supported with my hands. And it's a light, nice, gentle way to lengthen through the neck. Release any tension there. And then you can slowly bring your head right down. And just start to feel your back release into the mat. Take a nice breath in. And a slow, long breath out. And gently rock your head from side to side a few times. That's nice. And then with your next breath in, you can reach your arms up over your head. And as you exhale, release your arms back down. We'll do that for 2 more breaths, flowing with your breath on the inhale, coming up and over with your arms. On the exhale, releasing back down to your sides. Good. This time, your feet in towards your hips, so preparing to come into the bridge pose. Pressing your feet down into the floor, lifting your hips up slightly into the bridge. If you want to take a more supported restorative bridge, feel free to put your blocks underneath your lower back there. If you want, you can just slowly come up and down with your breath. So on the way down, exhaling. On the way back up in bridge, inhaling. That's on your inhale. Good. Feels good to, it's like a massage for your back, for your spine. And as you get up into your bridge, you can use your legs, press into your feet a little bit more. And it's like you're trying to slide your shoulder blades down your back, lengthening your neck, repositioning your head. So your chin's a little bit more down towards your chest. And then we'll slowly release wherever you are on your exhalation. Let go of that position. We can bring the knees in towards the chest. And just give a nice little squeeze there. Sometimes it feels good to move the knees slightly away from the chest, just slightly on the inhale, and on the exhale, you bring your knees back in. And sometimes it feels really nice too to roll the legs in a circling direction, just around the sacral area. Good. From here, we'll let the knees or the feet come back down. And slide your arms wide apart, out to the sides. And from here, we're just going to let the legs go to one side. You could stay there, but you could also just flow for the first little bit of your posture, especially if your body feels pretty tight. Your lower back or hips are pretty tight. You can let this kind of flow from side to side. Again, you can follow your breath as you exhale, dropping your legs to one side. As you inhale, come back to center. But feel free to do what feels right for you. And if you want to just hold that posture, just hold it and let your body again sink and melt down into the floor, closing your eyes, letting it all go. If you feel like you needed a modification today, you can also put a block between your knees or underneath your legs. If you're still on one side and just been holding that, you can switch to the other side. Good. And then we're going to slowly come back to center. And yeah, just readjusting for a moment through your back, getting a sense of what you need right now. I'm going to suggest, though, anytime you feel like, oh, I can keep going, feel free to pause the video. And but I'm going to help you come into Shavasana today, and I'm going to suggest maybe a variation. It could be legs up the wall. Okay, so if you have a wall close by, or even legs on the chair, if you have a chair close by, you could just slide the seat so that your lower legs are supported by the chair. Or you could come over to a wall. You can have your cushion, your blocks or bolster right next to you. And we'll get ready to go up the wall. And this is also, we could stay here for the full time of Shavasana. Again, it's your choice if you prefer to just lie flat. If you prefer to pause the video and do a few more things before Shavasana, feel free. If you want to do Shavasana in bed, you totally have that luxury right now. In case you do fall asleep, in case it's the last thing you're doing in the day. So we got off the wall. I did that fast. For those of you that have maybe never done this pose before, you try to bring your both buttocks right against the wall. Your legs are to the side. It takes a little bit to get used to how to smoothly transition up the wall, but just do your best and realign as you need to. For most people, they like a little support underneath, so it could be a block. So I push into the wall with my feet to lift up, or it could be the bolster. Just slide it underneath your lower back until it feels like it's in the right spot. You want to find a place that feels really amazing. You don't want to not feel good here. So please, again, you might need to slide your hips a little bit farther away from the wall before you come up. Just find what works for you and let your body rejuvenate. This is an amazing posture. It really helps to restore your vital energies. It balances your circulation as we invert our legs and feet. It's wonderful for your lymph circulation as well. It's great for your heart. It really helps to calm the heart and soothe anything there. Gives the heart a rest, and it's also amazing for your brain, your mind. So this is my magic pose. I do this when I can't sleep. I try to remember to do this a few times a week before bed, sometimes in bed too. So just let your body relax here. You're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. So sometimes we can spend up to 10 minutes even in this pose. I'm going to let you decide how long you stay there. Variations, you can bring your soles of your feet together, knees wide apart. That's a variation here. Just noticing how you're feeling through your whole body now. So again, I'm going to invite you to stay as long as you'd like to. So you don't have to stop when I'm stopping. But when you come out slowly. Bring yourself into that starting position where you're resting on your side with your head down for a few breaths. Especially if you've been holding that pose for a longer time, you want to give yourself time to your blood flow to come back a bit more to normal. And using your hands to support you up whenever you're ready. I hope you have a wonderful sleep tonight. And we'll see you again. Namaste.